Thousands of years ago, Earth was facing a very major cataclysm that was threatening to destroy all of life on the surface of the planet. As this cataclysm was getting underway, the ant people came out from under the surface of the Earth and ushered humanity into these underground caverns and cared for humanity while the surface of the Earth was just being devastated. And there they stayed for generations. After the cataclysm had passed, humanity was led back up to the surface, and these ant people were instrumental in helping the humans learn how to replant foods, how to go back into the agricultural communities so that they could survive very well on the surface of the planet.
The petroglyphs on the walls where ant people have been described in the South and Mexico and various areas, those people referred to, I believe, were the small grays or the medium-sized grays because they had the long spindly arms, the big heads and so forth. And so they got the idea that the only thing they could link them to or talk about in a description that they knew was the ants. There's also the possibility that some of those that are termed ant people could be from inner Earth. There is definitely a group of different alien species on inner Earth. They kind of look like ant people. They live in and out where the poles have openings. So there's the possibility of both of those being, classified as ant people.
According to one nature photographer and art historian, there is a cliff sculpture in Colorado that commemorates when the ant people rescued Native Americans from two separate cataclysms thousands of years ago. While historical lore describe ant or mantis-looking beings inhabiting inner Earth, what do we know about their galactic origins?
Where do these mantis beings come from? That's still kind of a mystery. We don't know if they've got a home world or if they're scattered throughout the cosmos in various home worlds. There are reports that they do have some bases here in our solar system, little planetoids or even on Mars, different locations.
We have only interacted with the insectoids in a few locations, on ships and on the surface of Mars. You can assume that they have places they come from that are all over. It eventually becomes difficult for us to say they come from a planet. The ones that are negatively oriented are almost entirely seen on ships. We don't really see them running around some other place, having societies. We don't see anything like that. We see them doing jobs on ships. That's it. The ones that are free, the good ones, we see on the surface of some planets, such as Mars.
The mantis beings are a physicality type that is seen in variations of forms throughout our universe and our galaxy. My understanding is they actually originated from a different universe, but have settled here in our universe. They were the beings that resided in the star system of Antares. They were considered to be the gatekeepers of the Antarian Stargate. There was a reason why they had to oversee this Stargate, because souls were allowed to pass through from Andromeda Galaxy, but they were not allowed to leave the Milky Way galaxy. Because once you made that decision to become part of the Milky Way experience, you had to make a commitment to be here for a while.
So what's known from contactees is that they come from Orion, Andromeda, and way far out into the galaxies and beyond into realms and worlds. They are a matriarchal society where the females rule, but everyone is still equal. They are so advanced in their consciousness moving up the dimensions that they even have these high temples of learning and spiral learning where they can invite an individual or a planetary consciousness that's ready to move into their next realm to ascend.